Floyd in 2014 discusses interpersonal communication as including personality, knowledge, biology, language, nonverbal behavior, emotion, social support, social networks, influence, conflict, computer-mediated communication, skills, workplace behavior, intercultural communication, romance, healthcare, family communication, and lifespan communication. How can one person be mindful of all of these settings at once, all of these variables? Manning suggested in 2014 that social reality is created by communication, and that we must focus on communication holistically rather than as a component of a relationship. So, with these ranges of topics, looking at the results of communication as it impacts all participants and looking at communication holistically, where does one focus? I would argue for mindfulness. Be mindful of others and the messages that you send, as well as their impact on them. Be mindful that you are always communicating something to someone in any setting, and that this communication will impact people. Be aware that your actions and the actions of those around you join to create reality. In 2011, Levine wrote that the goal of researching in theory is verisimilitude, or getting as close to reality as possible. If we are to understand reality, we must understand our role in creating it and our proactive and reactive states. Takei in 2012 observed that a great deal of workplace training and skills concerns the ability to have difficult conversations. Dunleavy and Doherty in 2013 suggested marital partners have different levels of success, using different strategies to resolve conflict. They go on to suggest that nonverbal affection aids in resolving transgressions between partners. While the setting is different, your success as a coworker and a partner focus a great deal on how to have difficult conversations and how to move on while improving the relationship. Although nonverbal affection will manifest differently in workplace and relational settings, how different is a hug to resolve a fight with a partner than a handshake to resolve conflict as a nonverbal message? In my view, these examples illustrate the central focus of my learning over the semester. In being a mindful communicator, a caring part of my social reality, and caring for the relational needs of others as well as myself, I can become a successful communicator in any setting. In our undergraduate careers, we all learn how to be a kind person, an appealing person, and a person who listens at the surface level. That is, if we bother listening to our professors. Knowing a great depth of the workings of dyadic interactions, the effects of our behaviors and the behaviors of others, and the way various verbal and nonverbal interactions constitute interpersonal communication are what give us the skills to go deeper than surface level. With the level of knowledge we have now, we can analyze who we are and who we want to be as part of the reality that interpersonal communication constitutes. When Young, Bippus, and Dunbar in 2014 observed that more hurtful messages are attributed to partners, we can factor this into our reflective personal analysis to improve our dynamics with our partners. Understanding these perceptions help us ask questions about our own behavior. I can ask, did that happen how I thought it did? Does my partner think I am sending more hurtful messages just like I think they are? What type of response should I take to make our dynamic stronger? I am sure I am not alone when I say that graduate school has been hard on my relationship. We all face a challenge of reaffirming our relationships, building new lives as a better version of ourselves, and melding the knowledge we have with application to all facets of our lives. My focus will be on making myself into one whole person who embodies successful and mindful positive communication at all times. Whether I am online, talking to my partner, or in a meeting at work, I want to be myself, and that self is a contributing piece of a greater social reality. Like any academic article, a small but meaningful contribution to a greater world.